What it do? $350.
Hey.
What's good?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Well, y'all already know what time it is. It is Wednesday, and it is your favorite podcast team, the PowerTeam. We are definitely in the building, and we are excited to be here, in effect with our family. We didn't start calling it like the family reunion, when we meet back up and we get to talk and chat on Wednesday nights and just talk with family. So if this is your first time rocking with us, we want to go ahead and formally introduce ourselves. I go by the name of Kesha Kesh.
And I'm your boy, Dr. Real, Mr. Motivational. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get into these hot topics.
Yes, let's go. Also, if we do have any entrepreneurs out there, I want to say, go ahead and drop your links in the chat. We love to support each and every one of you, just like you take the time out to support us and rock with us. We want to make sure that we're doing the same thing with you guys. I do want to give a shout out to the Mamapreneur podcast. I was on that show last week, and I had a really, really good time with Vivian. I had a good time with Robin, Erica. We were able to talk about a couple of things, and we went across the room and talked about things and kind of just gave our opinions about a lot of things that's going on in entrepreneurship. So I really, really enjoyed collabing with them. So anyone else that's on here and you got your own business, you're an entrepreneur, drop the information here in our chat. We would love to actually to chat with you. So we got a lot of different topics that we want to get into tonight. Current events, as we usually talk about, because we like to do that because we're all in different places, but that does not mean that we don't know what's going on in the world. We are seeing certain things, we're experiencing some of the things that each other are experiencing. So why not talk about it? Let's chat about it on our Wednesday nights.
Stay linked in.
So we were just chatting about this backstage, myself and Dr. Real. We were talking about Facebook, the name change and all the things that's going on. Metaverse. Yeah, let me say that, because look, they may not even know what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here talking about Facebook when he's already pretty much went and made the change. I want to know what you guys think about this. I mean, some may think like, I don't even know what you're talking about. That's why you need to be tuned in. And some may feel like, I don't care. Well, you might care. You may not just know what it may all entail. And others may feel like, the hell is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The thing is, he changed the name. It's already in effect, right, Dr. Real?
Yeah.
The name is changed. It's just probably some other kinks and things that he has to straighten out before you will be seeing the name everywhere and really kind of forced to join forces with him to tap into this virtual thing that he's going to be doing. It's called Metaverse. I'm gonna put this in the chat here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here, Dr. Real. The Facebook new name.
It reminds me so much. Like me and you, I'm always talking about movies that connect with society. I just remember movies, and they had this episode of this show called Black Mirror on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an episode on there that spoke about, in life you had like true likes.
Yes.
And the less people like you, your meter went down to the point where you was almost like, excommunicated from society. And it's weird to me how, like I said, this reminds me of basically removing you from reality. You can be really whoever you want to be. You are immersed in a whole new world. that may disconnect you from the one you're in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Matrix plugged in style where we're nothing but a damn video game, because that's all we do all the time. Like we come home from work, put them goggles on, and go right in.
Right.
And that's what it's gonna come to.
Yes.
To me, that's how I see it coming. You're gonna be so addicted to it. Like you did it to it right now, and it's in your hand. Imagine that you got these visual goggles on, and you can really feel like you're touching and doing stuff with, man, it's about to be crazy.
Right, right. And I kind of hate it for the people that don't really you really got some people that just be out here just living. They don't know what's going on, and then when the changes take effect, everybody's confused, and they're like probably 5 months late or something, trying to figure out what happened. And that's why we kind of try to talk about current events and things of that nature. Yeah. But I honestly, Dr. Real, I understand his insight on this, because I think he's trying to jump ahead and just jump the curb, kind of like how it was when Clubhouse came out with their thing. When Clubhouse came out with their thing, they kind of changed the game. Mark was back there in the cut, like, oh yeah, okay, y'all think y'all doing something, but y'all ain't letting nobody in unless they got an iPhone. Okay, yeah. And see, when Mark did it, it didn't even require all that. You could have it. He sat back, he watched the plan, he saw everybody liking it, and what did he do? He brought his people. Come on back home. Now we got the same thing they got, baby. Come on back over here. We got that over here. He was playing with it. I like that. Yeah. Good job, Mark. You did that. But, he is keeping his ears to the street, paying attention to the beat, and noticing what's going on. And I'm honestly going to give him his props. He's moving how everybody is moving in this generation. And I think he feels like that is the way that he is going to actually win. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the new name. Facebook is no longer Facebook, it's Metaverse. This is virtual. This is going to be turned into a situation to where you're able to build yourself as a character or whatever the little avatars are. You can be whoever it is that you want to be. And you can go shopping. So he's catering to the business people. I want to make that clear as well. If you have a business, he's saying, I see you. He's saying, I see your post. I see this. I see that. But I'm the expert and the genius behind this. We're going to rock this way. If you want to get paid, come rock with me. How many of y'all remember how when the actual videos and the stories used to play in everybody's storyline, you would used to have to go to the storyline and click on it to watch it, right? Well, not no more. How many of y'all see it come through the news feed? And what do you automatically do? Click on it. Why? Because it's in my business. It's in my business. I'm minding my own business, looking through my news feed, and boom, here's this video. That's what he's doing. Because if he has the reels here, he has the actual podcasting. Anyone that's doing anything to where they're showing videos and they're able to grab the attention of someone, he trying to rock with that. Because most of the time you're going to watch it by default just to see what a person is doing. I kid y'all not. It's this couple called Mama and Poo Poo. They out of Mississippi. Mama and Poo Poo. Oh, Lord. They a couple. They married. They out of Mississippi. Let me tell y'all something. The man sit there on video with his mouth wide open. He probably got about 3 teeth in his mouth. He sit there with his mouth wide open, and she sits there and she kind of talks to him crazy. They're just entertaining. Every time I look, and I want to look because I'm like, what they gonna do next? Unfortunately, I want to know what they're gonna do next. They always have almost 2,000 views on the set watching them. He just sitting there with his mouth open. Carlos said, "Lord." Yeah, Carlos is real in the streets. But he's sitting there with his mouth open. And then as you're listening and watching them, they got their Cash App pinned to the page. And y'all, all you hear is the Cash App ringing and going off. And they saying, thank you, calling out the people's name on the live. It's visual and people are looking at it. So what I'm saying is that if you have, if you're an entrepreneur and you've been wondering why people isn't looking at your post and you're saying, hey, I got this on sale, I'm gonna be doing this, you're gonna have to get with the program, because Meta, I was gonna say Facebook, Metabook or Metaverse, that's the name, because Metaverse is willing to help you out, but they're gonna push the feed if it's a video or reel, something that's going to catch the attention of people. I'm guilty of this myself. And it's funny because you'll see people say, I see you watching. Because, see, you know, when people watch your stories, you can always tell how many people are watching, right? But you can't never tell, and you can't really tell who saw your post. So a lot of entrepreneurs get upset because they'll say, they seen everything I shared. They liked it and act like they ain't see it. They ain't bought nothing. But you don't really know who all saw it unless they liked it. But when you have that visual and that video and that storyline or a reel, you can actually see how many people, and it really adds up. Like, I was looking at something I made. I got over 3,200 views like in 4 days. And I'm like, damn. Well, you know, I'm about that money too. I'm trying to monetize. Hey, look at it. But the thing about it is, we're going to do this by default anyway. And Mark is smart and he knows that. I've been guilty of watching someone's story and forgetting and put my phone down and walk away and go do something in the kitchen or something. And I done watched everybody's story by default. I didn't even really watch it. Your phone just ain't going to stop. Your phone is going to keep going to the next person's story. And that person is saying, they saw my stuff. I really didn't. I put my phone down. I didn't even mean to watch the stories. But guess what? You got a hit for it. You got a hit because I accidentally watched it. He's smart with it. He's smart with it, Dr. Real. I cannot take that away from him. And he's going to capitalize off of this. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're able to capitalize off of it too. We got some questions. What does this say?
So what, you won't be able to post videos any longer? Yeah. It's a good question.
Post videos any longer without them assisting somehow. Well, to be honest with you, they're already assisting. Everything that you're doing, they're watching. They're able to control it. For example, if you go to Facebook jail and you get back out, you'll notice that it takes a while for you to get back in the rotation because you've been off the scene. You haven't been interacting with people. So you kind of fall to the bottom of the list and you got to build everything back up. That's why I was like, Carlos, I ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been? He said, I'm still in there.
I don't know how
he's still in there. But that's what I'm saying. So think about, I do this too. Like, if you're not interacting with a person on a regular basis, that means that Facebook will drive the traffic somewhere else. You really will be out here on the island and not even know it. Ain't nobody seeing you and you ain't seeing nobody. So they're able to control this. Yeah, that's why you'll have to personally go to their page. Like, if I haven't seen someone in my news feed, I'm like, I ain't seen such and such. Are they still active on Facebook? I would have to literally go to their page. But what I learned is that if I'm not interacting with that person all the time, I'm not going to see their stuff. That's how Facebook rolls. That's what they do. They're trying to keep you in a community of people that you're always interacting with.
Which makes sense.
It does.
I mean, like, you see all those memes about I have all these friends, but they hardly ever like my stuff or talk to me. It's like, well, like you just said, if you're not communicating with them, then how's the algorithm gonna catch up and pick up, and make it go?
Exactly.
So it makes sense. I mean, what he's doing to make he's creating a whole nother world in our world.
Yes.
And he's been sowing the seed for a long time. So now everybody is codependent on Facebook. A lot of people get up in the morning and they don't even say their prayers before they on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. They don't say thank you, Lord, waking me up this morning or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got their first good yawn out and they roll over and boom. You know what I'm saying? So the addiction is already there. Now he's building a place for you to go take it to do anything. I mean, it's amazing. It's going to the next phase.
It is. And
not to be part of it. It's going to be hard not to be part of it.
And I think a lot of people are going to be forced out of their comfort zone, which could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. Carlos, I wanted to ask you, because he said he stays in, they keep putting him in jail. You may want to go back and visit. This stuff matters when it comes to what type of page you're creating. Are you a creator? Is it a personal page? Is it a business page? Like when you set your page up, what type of things are there? Because usually you're in violation of something with the community is the message that you'll get. So, and I've never seen you be in violation of stuff, Carlos. So I wonder, is the settings in your page written a certain type of way? And when you created your account, you mentioned that you would be doing this or that, and you're not doing that. Kind of like an LLC or business. When you create a business, you say you're gonna be doing this with the LLC, you're doing something, you're in violation because your LLC that ain't matching. I would just check it and see what it is that's causing it. Because I ain't never seen you acting a fool or nothing on Facebook for them to keep putting you in jail. I've seen a couple people that need to be in jail, but you ain't one.
I don't think people need to be under jail in Facebook.
Right.
Most ratchet stuff and how you don't. I don't know. I think if you talk about religion too much, if you talk about stuff too political, you're gonna go on their watch list.
Yes, because that's in violation.
And they just step over a line real quick, then they gonna holler at you. And then once they get you on their radar, you're on their radar. Mm-hmm. Just like in real life. You get in trouble one time, the police think you're a troublemaker. In life, I got in trouble one time. Like, are you serious? I'm a criminal for life because I got in trouble one time. So it's kind of just the same in the same vein.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You can't be honest. I'm not saying some things you just can't say like out loud, because you shouldn't say out loud. You know what I'm saying? Just be
of
real.
course.
You might feel it in your heart. It's not the wisest thing to say it out loud. Some things you can keep to yourself.
Yeah, and Carlos, you got to keep in mind too, because like I said, like when me and Dr. Real was saying, and we talked about this another time, like when Dr. Real was mentioning something about Beyonce. Certain things you can't say now because they can take that as you are saying something against a celebrity. They don't care if this person is an influencer, even if it's politics or whatever it is, they're not going to allow you to to offend them on this platform. Because again, especially with this moving into this direction that it's moving into, there's going to be all kinds of people on here. And Mark ain't trying to lose that kind of money. So he really trying to prepare you for now. They're going to be having conferences where you can take your little virtual avatar that you're going to build and go sit in there in a conference. You can take your avatar and go sit in there and go shopping like you're in a shopping mall. Like he was asking, is it going to make a difference in how you navigate? I could probably say, yeah, the way you navigate, because you're going to see more things available for you to actually join into, and just campaigns or upcoming events and stuff. I think that's the way he's trying to make the platform. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different. But we definitely wanted to kind of educate you all on that, because some people may not have known. Yeah, Facebook, they've even made a new logo. So I'm looking at some of you guys that's on the live right now, and they got the little Facebook logo there. I think they've already changed it. I saw a picture of it. I don't think this is even it anymore, but it's no longer Facebook.
It's different, but they probably gonna take a little time before they, actually just go ahead and change it all the way.
Yeah. So let's make sure we're ready to make some decisions on how we can do. But like I said, if you're trying to make some money, it's kind of worth it too to make a video or get yourself out there. So it's a lot of things going on. Yes, moving on, because y'all know we can talk. I wanted to kind of touch on the things that's been going on with Southwest Airlines and American Airlines. I kind of got a chance to experience. My mom was in town for her birthday. Shout out to my mama, because she really lived her best life. She lived her best life. I found out she got more energy than me. But she actually, her flight was delayed like 3 times, coming in. And Southwest Airlines is having a different tune that they're singing now, but American, they kind of seem like, I don't know, they're a little hard-headed with it, because this is all about the staffing and the vaccine and all this stuff that's going on. I read last month, Southwest Airlines lost $75 million based on the flights that they canceled. American Airlines lost $50 million based on the flights that they canceled. Like, can you really afford to keep doing that, because you're giving these people these deadlines and you're letting them go, and then you're taking these leave of absences? how are you going to survive in the industry?
I mean,
That's a lot of money.
You have the pilots, I think, is at Southwest that are like about to go on strike because they feel they're overworked. They're overworked and they're getting additional overscheduled. So, and then you got flight attendants that are in the same boat, and they're leaving because they feel abused on the job. I mean, so you're losing two crucial parts of flying: the damn pilot.
One second, y'all. I think we lost connection.
I think have those like how people view working now.
Yeah.
Though there's a million open jobs in this country, you see it everywhere. Every place you go, almost there's now hiring signed up, right?
Yeah.
We're in the midst of the fourth quarter for those people who are in business. This is the money making time right here being retail. This is when you go in the black. This is the quarter you do it. So not only are you hiring regular positions this late in the game, you're also hiring seasonal positions.
Thanks.
But you have a breakdown in the airline industry in the most crucial time of their books. This is Christmas and Thanksgiving. 75 million ain't gonna be nothing in 2 weeks if they don't get this together. They're gonna get shirt. Like for real. That's usually a crucial time of the year. You Christmas and Thanksgiving, that's when people fly the most.
Yeah. It was so many people stuck out of the country. I'm a little bit comfortable when it comes to if I'm flying somewhere and my flight get delayed and I'm somewhere here and I can get to my next destination and be creative. But when you're stuck out of the country somewhere and you don't know how you're going to get back home, that's a different kind of stuck. It was some people that we saw in the airport and they were saying that they had been stuck in Jamaica. And some people that were stuck, they were supposed to be coming back to work and they can't come back to work. Like those are the fears that I don't want to be stuck somewhere out of the country. Because when I go somewhere, I'm honestly trying to live my best life those days I'm there. So the worst thing that can happen to me is for me to feel like now I'm tired of living my best life. I'm ready to go and I can't go. Because best believe I lived it every day to the fullest. And now I'm going to be, the next days I'm there ain't going to be the same because I wasn't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like we have to just evaluate the situation. I honestly feel like people don't want to work. People want their freedom. People want to be with their families. People want to do what they enjoy doing. I don't think people want to be tied down working for 8 hours or more in what these companies are requiring. And in addition to that, the sad part about it is you have the loyal people that are going to rock and ride with you till the wheels fall off. But what happens when you're in this kind of industry and the stuff that's taking effect, now you're hurting your riders, because they want to make sure that you're good because they feel like they want you to know that they got your back. And when you're overworking them because these other ones don't want to come to work, you got to figure out what's the game plan. Like, is it worth us offering some type of part-time something? Can the company still afford to collect a certain amount of revenue? Can we still stay in business if we were a little bit lenient on some more flexible schedules? Because that's what it's all about. Look at Country Wayne. Country Wayne get on here and make a couple videos and he out somewhere in Jamaica himself for a couple of months because he can live off of his cell phone by making these videos. I don't even want to talk about how much Kim Kardashian makes just from her post, just from making posts. She makes millions of dollars. So we have to, just like metaverse is going, there's going to be so many different ways that you can collect money and do this thing virtually that there's going to be a lot of companies that have to make a lot of decisions.
Yeah, because Kesh, we're still operating with the baby boomers mindset still. But that game has changed. When baby boomers started working, you had pensions. Yeah. There's a reason to stay at Arm & Hammer for 30 years because you knew there was a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. Yes. You had money to be set up for you. But then they got rid of pensions and then it was 401ks and that changed that kind of changed the game. A little bit. Now you're hearing 401ks is not good to have no more. You know what I mean? So that mindset has changed now. Like the millennials showed me when I was doing store manager work in retail. They're not doing it no more. But they didn't care about switching jobs. They'll tell you, look, man, I ain't gotta be tied down this for no 5-10 years, man. I'm here about 2 years. And they'll tell you like that. And it's like,
okay. And you like, for real?
I'm Generation X, so I grew up under a baby boom.
Me too.
So my work ethic is kind of based off what was described to me as this is how you're supposed to approach work.
Right.
Now, kids like, I know I got options, and this pandemic did not help when you just laid people off so much. It's like there was no feeling behind it. We understand you losing profits, but I'm just gonna say, how many damn houses does the CEO need when your people that give you those houses getting evicted? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I'm seeing that as a worker, and I'm like, as a young folk, I'm like, man, damn that. What's the point of me staying at Walmart for all this time if I don't want to be a leader in this business? Like, why am I staying at? My interest is everywhere. I can go everywhere, and they can't. You're not gonna tell me no because you don't have enough of me to go around. So the power has shifted because of the pandemic. Burlington is offering $500 sign-on bonus to be a seasonal worker. I was with that company for 8 years and never heard of it in my life.
Never heard of it.
You know, Amazon, $3,000, $1,000 to sign on. Like, they come to work.
I'm telling you, Kim said they have about 10 jobs a year. She ain't lying. I know for a fact. My oldest daughter, I know she had about 15 jobs. And she's like, I'm like, well, where are you working at now? I gotta keep up with where she working at. And she don't even, it's not like us, like you say, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Let me make my next move, my best move. She's like, Mama, yeah, I ain't working there no more. I ain't being nowhere. I ain't happy. They talk to they crazy. But I'm like, how you paying your bills? Like, she has no fear. There's no fear in this generation.
They keep a job. They just don't stay on them. They don't give them. They don't give them that attachment. They like, I'm only here.
And I think that's what it is. See, we have that attachment because we're trying to build up like 401ks. We're trying to make sure we have benefits. We're trying to make sure. I've been in my job in corporate America for 16 years. Before that, I was in banking for 8 years. Like, I'm used to stability. But when I watch and hear the response of my kids, and I'm like, the hell y'all get that from? Because you didn't get it from me. I know damn well you didn't get it from me because my mindset different. But I can't not that they're different because what they're doing is working. It's working for them.
You can't hate it. Like, you just sit here and describe how you can get paid from making, if you're good enough to make videos of people to follow you. It's not like just like even in acting or singing, entertainment, you don't have to pay your dues no more to get on. You know, they catch you get a YouTube page and they're popping good enough, they're gonna push you. You don't have to do what the Gladys Knights and the Aretha Franklins of the world had to do to get on. You don't even have to do what they did to get on in the 90s no more. You don't need no mixtape.
Right.
You don't have that. You just gotta get enough views, enough TikToks, or whatever you're doing to get yourself out there, and you good.
You good. And so I'm gonna tell anyone,
like, I don't give a damn about doing this. I got Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying?
And you got
you still play with paper money. I got digital money. What you talking about?
Yep.
Their mindset's different.
And we have to change our minds. Like you said, we got to change our minds. If you're in leadership and that old way don't work no more, we're so programmed to look at, okay, got a candidate coming in. Let me look at this resume. We always looking at that stability. You may as well stop looking at it because that's going to go away. You're not going to get candidates where you see they have longevity on their jobs and they've been working places for a long period of time. You're going to have to get accustomed to they've been there for maybe 6 months or a year and they bounce because that's what's going to happen. Because if they're not happy, they're not going to stay. And their mindset is just different. Yeah, so if you're basing that on trying to pick someone, you're not going to have nobody at your job.
Their mindset is, the way I look at it, you're not going to pay me just $12 to not only bust my behind working, but you take away my fun when I'm not at work. You know what I'm saying? But for us in our generation, we got to make that money
Yes.
However it goes, because like you said, I need the stability because I like, and you only get stuff if you work. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a streaming income coming in. But everybody think they can do one viral TikTok to start getting paid. That's like almost like the golden lottery ticket now for everybody. Yeah. Can I make something go viral enough to give me my 15 seconds?
And that's what they're chasing.
Yeah.
That's what they're chasing. Man, it's a lot going out here in these streets. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. We could talk about this stuff all day, but there's a lot. That's why you see the things going on with the Southwest Airlines, American Airlines, all these people on strike. They got options, and they're not allowing people to take advantage of them anymore if they feel like they're being taken advantage of. Carlos said something when we were talking about those airlines. He's like, it's not even safe to fly anymore. Yeah, they look gangsta on them planes. I seen the night before my mom came in on American Airlines, there was a passenger person on the plane hit the flight attendant in the nose, bust her nose because she was talking about to him about putting that mask on. And I guess he's like, look, lady, if you say one more damn thing to me about this mask, I'm going to have to bust you. And he jumped up and bust her in the face, y'all. They had to do an emergency landing, land this plane. And of course, the cops was waiting on him when he got there. But when do it get so bad that you got to catch an assault case as you were flying to your destination because somebody told you to put
anger issues, bruh.
About a mask.
You can be late to my destination because you got anger issues. Nah, fam.
Right. Because you knew you had to wear this mask on the plane, just like you knew you had to have it on to enter into the airport. You gotta get there. Like, what's wrong with you? No. You're right. It's dangerous, Carlos. It's dangerous. They're here busting people in the nose. And it was a woman he busted in the nose. He a dude. He busted her in the nose on the plane because she told him to put that mask on. That's why I be like, these people out here are crazy, and I'm not gonna put myself in a situation if it's not even worth it. Me and my mom was going to the store, and this truck pulled up beside us, and he didn't see us sit in the car because he's sitting up higher. Of course, he was a little tipsy, looked like, and he got out and swung that door, and it hit my door, and I could see it clearly because I had just freshly had my car washed, and it was a scratch. And she said, "You're not gonna say nothing?" I said, "Hey, mama, check. You know what? No, because." The way he looking right now and how angry he is, this little scratch I got on my car ain't worth what he probably pull out the back of that truck just because I say something to him about this little scratch on my car. You got to put your thinking cap on because these people are going through things that we could never imagine, and you'll get popped in the middle of the parking lot because you said something and they had a bad day. Hey, the little scratch ain't worth it. I can probably get that bumped out or whatever. I ain't even tripping.
I said last week, the value of life is at its lowest. We just angry right now. Any little thing will set you off. You get a Starbucks line and Lord forbid you don't know what to order, you can get murdered from people in the back. They ready to kill you, literally ready to put hands on you because you hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just so selfish nowadays. It's in Texas got that doggone wild west law. You can walk around here just strapped and ain't got to have no license, man. What is you doing?
Right. Because you see what Carlos said. He said he keep his 9. You know what I'm saying? So Carlos said that's why I keep my 9. But it is you got to pick and choose. My life is too good to have it ended over a scratch on my car.
Exactly.
But moving on, we have some other topics we want to get into. The night is going so fast. I don't know if it's because I'm drinking some margarita or what, but it's going so fast. I got an extra shot in there too with the salt, and I got it on the rocks. I love it. We wanted to talk about. I don't know if you've seen it. I tagged you in it earlier, Dr. Real, because I was laughing at. I was laughing at Caesar from Black Ink.
That's crazy. You had to say that
because. He had to say that. You can't be talking. I understand what he said and why he said it, but you can't be out here talking about that man's wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Gil. So why I'm not sharing. I'm having a good time. I
seen Jada came out. I guess they had a new Red Table today, and she said she has boundary issues with somebody trying to tell her like. Almost like what to do. She don't like that.
Wait, who said
So,
that? Who said that?
no, Jada. She said she has issues with boundaries in her relationships, and that causes relationship issues. She sounds like a person that wants to do what the hell I want to do when I want to do it, and you really can't say nothing about it. Like, I'm gonna do me.
But that's what she's already doing, though. And
I
I'm
know,
gonna
but
tell you,
she's putting it out there as like that's an issue she has. So you already know that you have this issue, and I'm pretty sure you ain't just discovered this when you married him. You probably always known you had boundary issues, but you
but
never
look
could
at,
own up to it.
well, she didn't have to because he's the only person that she's been married to. You feel me?
Well,
Like,
you never own up to you have boundary issues because that's going to cause relationship issues if you get married or not. That's going to cause a problem even in friendships. You don't have, you just do whatever you want to. That doesn't work with anybody. To just do whatever you want to do, no, that's not how that works. You can't talk to me
dang.
all kind of ways. That's a boundary issue. No, you can't do that. You gotta
Carlos
set
says
boundaries.
she's a hot mess. Carlos, y'all gotta stop talking about this man. Why Will ain't gonna like that? Carlos said Jada is a hot mess, always have been, and she should have stayed single.
I'm not even gonna say all that. I just think that they're both to the point. They're 22, 20 something years into it.
I think
We don't
22 or
know
20.
the internals of what's going on with them that's happened prior, but it sounds like it's gotten to the point where there's so much division that even though they appear together, they can't be more separated than they really are because
But no,
their arcs are going two different directions.
but let me say this, Dr. Real. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The problem is she now got that red table. See, here's the thing, and we talk about this all the time, even in a hopeless romantic, you know, when you and your significant other have an agreement within your relationship of what you are accepting and what you're okay with and what you're not is cool. The problem comes when you invite others into it and allow us to have an opinion because now you've made it public. And there's going to be some backlash, and you're forgetting now that the role that you play in your relationship and the things that you're so freely to do and say with your significant other, you're now introducing this to people that are not in that same relationship with you. So she got that damn red table and she's talking out loud about stuff that they probably talk about at home all the time anyways. They know they've been unhappy or unsatisfied or whatever the case may be,
True.
but now it's like you want to tell everybody. It ain't really none of our business, but
Mm-hmm.
you want to tell us, and we're gonna have an opinion about it. I
Mm-hmm.
could say I don't think it's a good move because think about it. Before that red table, yeah, Jada was an actress, well, actor. They were celebrity couples, as looked at in Hollywood as a role model. People looked
Mm-hmm.
up to them. But now you're on a different platform and we're finding out things about you that we didn't know. So we're going to have our opinions about it. And
Mm-hmm.
you may not look like a role model to some people. You may look like how Carlos said, a hot mess. And some people are going to say that, and she has to accept it. And now she looks even worse because you're now putting yourself in a situation you have to defend yourself. She said something to Caesar on Twitter that I posted, and he said, "I want a wife, but not one like Will got. Take your
Mm-hmm.
time, Lord." When he said that,
Cold
and that's
blooded.
what he said. He said, "Lord, hey, take your time. I
Cold
want one,
blooded. Cold blooded.
not like the one he got." So she bounced back, and she was saying something on Twitter about, "I never said that, me and Will, I have a problem with our sex life." You did. You said it. But now that people heard it and everybody took it the way they want to take it, now you're upset and you're acting out.
But like, I don't know why. This is a funny part about us, how we idolize people real quick. We didn't have any idea what their internals were like in their marriage, period, before J. Cole put in his lyrics. I want that Jada and Will love, but we just decided that there were relationship goals.
Because
You're
what we
only
saw.
seeing what they want to present to you. Like,
Mhm. One second, y'all. I think Dr. Real froze up for a second. Give me 1 second. guys. I think that Dr. Real, we're having a connection here issue as he continues to try to fix his connection. I'll read some of the comments. Let's see here. Carlos said, Will should have known she was a problem when she got with him while he was still married. I like, you know what? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna talk on that. Let me get this, Rena. I like Jada, but at the same time, she took vows. Both of them started doing too much. I agree with that, Carlos. Um, then Carlos also said, prior to getting together, you didn't hear about or see neither of them with all this drama going on. And that's my point. To the point of what you're saying, Carlos, we did not see all of this. That's why I said if something was going on in their relationship, they should have just kept it that way. The problem started when this red table came about. I'm subscribed to it. I watch it here and there. If I don't catch it real time, I go back and watch some of the the old footage of the red table. But I think that, again, when you are practicing something and you're doing it all the time, you really don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. I think everything that her and Will has been doing, I think the communication that they may have had amongst each other at home, they actually been doing it. It's just now looked at from everyone publicly because she has the red table and she's talking out more. Jada was at first, she wasn't doing nothing but acting. She was an actress. She was appearing in all these movies, Set It Off, Girls Trip, Nutty Professor. You know what I'm saying? She was working just like he was working. So we viewed them from a different perspective. So her doing this whole red table, she's been tapping into the lives of other people. And I think she feels like she wants to make sure they know that she can connect with them. So she's connecting with them and she's telling her business, and the way she's doing it, it's making it like, damn, they had all this going on. And we looking at her a little sideways because honestly, well, I can't. I've never looked at Jada as a role model. She's not one that I think she was a good actress. I think she got a good she got good things in her. I will say that. But she's never been a role model of mine. But I can say I do view her a little bit differently because I'm finding out, just truly who she is, and she's sharing more of that, publicly. Carlos says, I truly believe behind closed doors that August Alsina situation became an issue that ended up public, and now here we are. Oh, yeah. But it didn't even start with August. I think that Jada and Will actually got to a point in their lives where not only August, other people were okay to have this entanglement of what was she calling? They were okay to do this. Will, on the other hand, is a little bit smarter than Jada, which I'm shocked because usually it's vice versa. I don't understand why the hell Jada's sitting up here telling all her business because Will ain't said a damn thing. Now, he probably have a lot of things that he's done too because she's actually been okay to do these things. This is the understanding they have in their relationship. So that means that he's probably got the okay from her too to have these entanglements, but he ain't saying nothing. He ain't sitting down at the red table talking about his shit. I'm trying to figure out why she doing it because it ain't cute. Usually it's like we can't as women do the same thing that men do, and that's one of them. You can't be sitting on here airing out your dirty laundry and you thinking it's cute and you're gonna get a round of applause. No, they out here trashing you because women cannot do the same thing that men do. Dr. Real is back. We've been going all in, but
I see.
that's what that's what we've been talking about. We had a lot of comments here. We were talking about the August Alsina situation. Carlos was saying he felt like that's where it stemmed from. But I was telling Carlos, I think they've been having this stuff going on. But what I'm gonna say this because it kind of goes back to what you were saying, Dr. Real. Y'all know he always say this about the cat and the dog. I'm shocked that Jada is sitting here at this red table.
I'm not
talking about this. Well, this is why I'm saying I'm shocked, Dr. Real. Because Will ain't saying a damn thing. Usually it's the opposite. The man is always usually looked at as, we know you had all these women and woo woo and whatever. Because if she's getting the okay to do this in a relationship, we know he got to be okay to do it too. But he ain't sitting at the red table telling his shit. So why is she sitting down talking about hers?
Maybe she feels like she's connected with some audience that
I said the same
thing. Hear her being, oh, she's being so brave and so transparent.
Yeah,
that's wonderful, but you can't put out, like, they've been married so long. I can understand they both might be bored with each other. It happens.
Yeah.
But then you gotta decide, okay, is it worth me, like you always say, introduce a foreign object into what we already have? We don't know how it's going to change us. It sounds good, but we don't know what that addition is going to do to us. You know what I'm saying? Would it bring us together or would it divide us? Like, what kind of math is it going to play in our life if we bring something else into just because we're bored? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Find a way to renew your interest with each other. Y'all married. Y'all in the damn business. You had the business closed down because you don't know how to flip script like Facebook. We rebrand ourselves right in the middle. If you're going to do a whole major rebrand,
but here's the thing:
name you've been known for years to Metaverse.
But here's the thing, Dr. Real. But here's the thing too. I also feel this. What you just said, I think is true. But I also feel that, is it possible that they are true soulmates? And when I say that, I feel, because we get so traditional, right? And we talk about husband, we talk about wife, we talk about, vows. Carlos mentioned that on here, but they're already there. They're married, they're husband and wife. But I also believe that Will and Jada know, even though there's some people out there that may allow it, they're not gonna have that same connection with those people. They know that what they're doing with each other, they probably feel like they're soulmates, and ain't nobody gonna let them do that shit. Jada, the backlash she getting, ain't nobody else gonna let her run around and do the shit she doing. Cause I ain't heard not a positive thing. They've been giving her the business. Now, yeah. Will, like I say, he been keeping quiet. So I really feel like they feel that they are true soulmates, and nobody is going to allow them to be free and do the things that they want to, like they're doing with each other. They rather just stay together.
I think that's true. That just goes to verify that every soul is not good for the soulmate. You know what I'm saying? You might be soulmate for somebody that's not good for you. We all, like you said, we look at soulmates in a traditional way, but soulmate could be somebody you might be attracting your demon to you. The demon party, because everybody got that in them. I don't give a damn how good you are. You have that part of you that's not good. And that person brings that side of you out. That shows soulmate in the wrong way. And we get confused that way. So yeah, they both understand each other and say, yeah, I dig it. You can, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, I think they have invested and involved themselves in poly, which would make sense. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that Jada's breaking is, and like, she's exposing everything. And when you're in that poly life, you ain't really out there spilling your guts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I'm pretty sure Will is doing him. I'm not gonna sit here and play
exactly
like and the grieving husband. Nah, fam, you getting yours too. You just ain't saying a word about it. You got to image your
nobody. That's why I'm confused. Just like Kim said, why does Jada feel like we need to know? I don't know, Kim, because Will ain't saying nothing. Will sit there with them. And I'm going to tell you something too. That's why I'm so shocked at Jada, because Will slick with it. Him sitting there looking vulnerable and with them tears, all he doing is drilling in other women. They looking like, damn, I feel sorry for Will. Why she doing him like this? She got a good man. And he's sitting there just like biting his lip like, I love her. You know what I'm saying? But he doing the same shit. He doing exactly what she's doing. That's okay with their relationship. They have an understanding and it's done. I just can't believe Jada. She done switched again. Women don't. I don't know why she think we need to know, Kim. I really don't.
But she's in the sign of the times. We read stuff every day on Facebook that we feel like, damn, why the hell is this person revealing that about themselves?
You know what they doing?
This is almost like a digital journal for people now. I can go on here because
I
don't want to go talk to a therapist. I'm gonna put it out here for everybody to read, you know, saying in the whole universe to read how I'm feeling and let them respond to it. You know what I'm saying? Then people get dragged for that, but I'm all for it. We might be the only people you actually open up to because you don't know none of us. You know what I'm saying? You may actually reveal the true nature, the raw you, to a stranger because it's easier to talk to a stranger than it is for somebody that you have relations with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be some kind of bias in that conversation. When somebody I don't know you, I'm just gonna go by what you're telling me. And I'm like, okay, well, this is what I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's doing no different than Pam do on her Facebook every day because she got something going on every day, something wrong with her life, and every day we reading it. She's doing the same thing, but she's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like at the end of the day, she could talk about a lot of things. She could make that a topic and just speak on it, but not put her business out there. You can do that by putting your business out there. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You can go to your personal experience with it, but not make it personal about you. There's ways you can intertwine what's happening without making it known to people. And people are going to assume what they want anyway when you're talking about it. You know what I mean? But there's ways she could have did that better. But
I don't even think it. And I know we're gonna move on to our next topic, but I want to address really quick what Carlos said. He said the bottom line, the world likes drama, which is true. But in this situation, I don't even look at it as drama because you got to think about it. Will and Jada ain't fighting. This ain't drama. This is them being confident. Well, not them because it's just her. She's being confident to talk about what's going on in her world, and she like I said, she's been doing this all the time, but now that you got this red table, you letting everybody know about it. So thank y'all for chiming in about that. I knew it was gonna go deep. I still got some other. We probably have to continue that the next time because I know it's gonna be some talk about it because I don't know what's wrong with my sister Jada. But we are going to go ahead and get into our next topic. Our next topic comes from, and this month is awareness for, is this diabetes month? It's awareness for diabetes. And we want to talk about, diabetes and being diagnosed with it and how to deal with it. So we want to definitely tap into that with the time that we do have remaining. So let's move on and let's talk about it, Dr. Real.
All right. So if you are not a diabetic, these are things I want you to look out for just in case. This is National Diabetes Awareness Month. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I've been one for 6 years. It's a very intense struggle. For my thought process is there's not enough focus placed on diabetes. It doesn't get enough mention. It doesn't get enough attention. And there's so many people walking around right now with pre-diabetes that is playing it off like, oh, it don't matter. But it does, because that means you one step closer to being, insulin or, pill dependent. And to get into what diabetes is, essentially your pancreas is either making not enough insulin or your body's rejecting the insulin it's making. You know what I'm saying? And as a type 2, you do have some influence over that, but not to the point where people make it seem like it's a fat person disease or you drinking all them sodas, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that does not help you stay away from it, but that's not why you have it. So we have to remove that stigma that society has about diabetes, because they contribute that by being lazy. And I know people who are athletic that got it, that's not lazy. So just what I want y'all to do, if you feel like you're thirsty all the time, you drink like mad water, and every time you turn around you're thirsty, that's a primary sign of you may have diabetes. If your mouth gets dry all the time, or you feel hungry all the time, or you automatically feel fatigued. And I'm not talking about just tired. There's a difference between being fatigued and tired. It's a difference. And you will know it. Like, no matter what you do, you just can't get up. You know what I'm saying? You just feel like super drained all the time. That's another sign. And one of the big ones is your eyesight changes. And I'm talking about dramatic. That's how I figured out that I had it. Is I was ignoring all the other signs, being your typical man. I was ignoring the frequent bathroom trips and the mad drinking water and stuff. I was ignoring all that. But when I was driving on the highway one day and I couldn't even see the green signs and tell you where you're going without I was like, man, something wrong. So I went and got tested and found out my glucose was like at 600, which is, for most people, that's like you could be in a diabetic coma with a glucose level that high. And also my A1C was like 11.5. So those are super high numbers. They're terrible numbers. So I want to challenge everybody this month to go get an A1C check. You know where you are with your numbers. A good number is under 6. If you're in the 7,
under 6,
watch out. You also see that number on your annual physical, which most people don't get on their insurance when it's free.
right? Yeah,
if the pandemic
this
showed
number
you
didn't get
all the
mine
time out for
this
yourself and
month.
go see. But dealing with the diagnosis, it's really a family thing. You have a family around you. Like everybody has to change their diet in a way. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if you have it, you may be predisposed to it genetically. If one of your parents have it, and so you have to watch out. And it doesn't matter if you well, I'm 40, I might not get it. Diabetes don't know an age. You can get it
at all.
whenever.
You can get it as a kid. You can get it at 12.
Right. You can get type 1, which is the worst one to have, which is pretty much that's one's genetic. I mean, you're born with that more times. Type 2 is the one where we have more influence over if we contribute to it or not. There's things you can do. Obviously, sugar is super addictive. It's almost like cocaine addictive with sugar. If you're someone who's been drinking a lot of sugar, if you just do cold turkey, you're gonna have headaches. You're gonna be straight up with withdrawals, like you would do with anything else. So it's you have to watch your sugar intake, but you got to remember this: you need carbohydrates to live. So when you hear, if you are diabetic, you're listening to this, and you hear people hollering at you about your carbohydrates, it depends on what kind of carbohydrates you're taking in. There's complex carbohydrates and simple. Simple is your muffins, your soda, your candy bar. That just turns straight into sugar and does nothing for your body. But then there's other carbohydrates that you eat, like certain grains that breaks down slowly in your system. That's why we're really so good for diabetics to eat a lot of protein. It's really important for us to maintain our system. I know I got some fellow diabetics out there very passionate about this subject. But it goes to, like I say, my favorite quote that I give everybody: a want must be present in order for a need to be established. Once you've been diagnosed, it's hard. One of the main complaints of diabetes is depression when you find out about it, because if no one else has it around you, they don't understand. You know, and you may think you're helping by saying, "Oh, don't eat that sugar," or "Don't do this, don't do that." From experience, I'm telling you, you ain't helping. So I understand you try to look out, but there's ways you have to say that to someone when that's like you move your mom to a nursing home and all her independence is being removed. It's gonna be different talking to her for a minute because she's gonna be pissed off her independence is gone. Just like no different when your dietary restrictions are a lot now. But everything is in moderation, like the good book says. If you live in moderation, so you can reverse diabetes to a point, but it's never going away. So you hear people say, "Oh, I'm off of insulin, I'm diet controlled." Yeah, that's great, but it never goes away. You know what I'm saying? If you diet control, you really got to stay on it. But it never is. You can't it doesn't disappear. It just goes in remission like any other disease you can have.
Wow.
So wear your blue this month. Diabetes color is blue. So wear your blue this month. I believe November 7th is official awareness date. I'll get back with that to make sure it's what it is. But everybody wear your blue. And donate a little something to American Diabetes Association. If you don't have insurance, insulin is almost $1,000 for some people. So some people got to decide between insulin or eating. So you can help.
Absolutely. Do you have any quotes for us tonight, Dr. Real?
Don't be so present in your past that you miss your future. And a lot of us are there.
Yes.
In the past, and life is passing you by. So whatever it is you're holding on to, like Keisha Cole say, let it go. You just gotta let it go. Let it go. You gotta make progress letting it go. And lastly, sometimes you can scream so loud trying to get attention that you deafen the listener. So you can't keep hitting people over the head with the message. Trust me, if what you're saying matters to the person you're talking to, they hear you.
They hear you.
The question is if they're listening. You don't have to say something too many times for it for them to get it. If they're not responding to it, baby, it's because they don't want to respond to it.
They don't want to.
Like I said, a want must be established in order for needs, a want must be present in order for needs to be established. No matter what I want, what I need you to do, if you don't want to do it, You wasting my time, not wasting yours. You don't want to do what's needed to be done. So
you heard what he said.
That's life in general.
You heard it. And I got his back. This has been a really, really good show, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We have met the time of 9. It's 9:01, but we really enjoyed you guys for rocking with us. If this is your first time, come back and rock with us on Wednesday nights between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. We enjoy spending this time with you all. Next week, I read something. If y'all know about this, kind of think about it so we can talk about it next week. I saw where women can now have babies and they can actually put it in a jar. They don't have to walk around and carry a baby for 9 months anymore. You can actually, you and your mate, y'all can make this baby and have it dropped off in a jar. And as it grows, they'll have you to come back and pick it up and let you know when it's ready. Now, I don't know if I want to do all that. I swear, it's real stuff is happening. You can do this. So look it up. Having a baby, dropping it off. I mean, letting the baby develop in this jar. And you don't have to, you can go work. That's how they label. You can go work and do your thing and come back and get the baby when it's 9 months has taken effect, is what I read.
What's that game y'all play when y'all were little girls on a video game? You were trying to keep something alive. What's that game? You're trying to feed it. It's like you a video game, you kid around. You got to make sure you fed the stuff before it died. Like that's what we're doing with humans.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. I seen a pic, y'all. I'm gonna have to share it on my page. So I want y'all to look it up so when we talk about it, you can know what we're talking about. But as we always say, hey, we're gonna be robots anyway. If I'm being a robot, let me go ahead and have me a couple of babies and drop it off in the jar and come back and pick it up. We ain't got to go home, but we definitely got to get the hell up out of here. This has been a really, really good show. And we will see you guys next week. I swear, I can't make it up.